This week, I did my very first YouTube Live. It wasn't anything polished. It wasn't fancy or anything. It was just me practicing publicly and remembering what it's like to be a beginner again. Let's talk about it. You're listening to the Candid Coaching Podcast. Hi, I'm Candy, your favorite mind-body coach and hypnotherapist, and this is where we blend real talk, real change, and real healing through the lens of mind-body transformation and subconscious rewiring. So before we dive in, a quick reminder, this podcast is for educational purposes only. I'm not a medical professional, and nothing you hear today is medical advice. Please use your own intuition and judgment and take what supports you. So let's talk about a beginner's mind and why it matters. Being a beginner at things kind of lights up parts of your brain that can get quiet when life feels repetitive. Once it knows, it kind of runs on autopilot. And the subconscious is afraid of the unknown. It does not like it. It likes to predict based on past experiences and just predict for the future. But if you keep it on its toes, it grows. And that's what you want it to do. So I've been wanting to do a YouTube Live for a long time. And I actually wanted to do TikTok first, but now that TikTok's kind of possibly going away, I kind of did it on YouTube. And I just decided I had gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm just going to try it. And I did this on Thanksgiving Day, which was yesterday. So I just kind of played around with it a little bit. I didn't talk. I faced my phone out and went for a walk. And I learned some things. I learned that I want to put some stuff out into the world that's calming. There's so much being thrown at us. Instead, I want to create maybe some experiences where people who can't get out or who just need something calm to look at, the beauty of nature you can't beat. But I realized some things. I learned some things that I didn't like about it. Like I walked too fast. I did like the sound, the crunching of the gravel under my feet because I like that sound. I didn't like the way my phone was sitting because I couldn't see comments and people coming in. And I didn't have a ton of people that came in, 20 some or so, but I learned some stuff. And my nervous system wasn't all crazy because I adapted it to what I needed. I needed to not show my face. I needed to be out somewhere in nature, which I really like. It's very grounding. And I just wanted to play around with it. And I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I had to speak or anything. So I learned some stuff. I adapted the situation, the beginner, because I'm very much a beginner at it, to my own nervous system, knowing myself. And if you want to see it, you can go to the Dan and Can podcast on YouTube. I'll link it in the description so you can kind of look at it. And you can see that I'm walking pretty fast. You can hear the crunch. I didn't say anything the whole time. I think maybe at the end, I just said thank you for being here with me. But a beginner's mind it's very flexible, it's teachable, it's curious, and that is neuroplasticity, which your brain really needs. We need to continue to do that as we get older, and we need to make mistakes because mistakes are just evidence that we are trying. They're not failure, that you learn from them. If you take away the judgment of right or wrong or good or bad, mistakes kind of are fun because you're like, oh, okay. It's kind of like a scientist when they're experimenting with something and something goes differently than they expected. It's not a failure, it's information. And you need to think about your whole life as just a big science experiment. I've recently been doing that, probably for the past couple of years maybe, and I find it really enjoyable. And trying new things just strengthens my mind-body connection. Because if you avoid new experiences for too long, your brain gets more rigid. And that's just real. It's just real. I have a dad who is suffering from dementia, and he really didn't ever have hobbies. He did the same things over and over. And it's really sad to watch. And if I can at least, I would love to do anything that I can to prevent a future like that for myself, because it just, I know that's not what he wants. And I love him. I care about him. But you can see that some of the things are because of some decisions that we made. Doesn't mean it's his fault. But when you try new things, your brain stretches. And when you never try new things, your brain just stops stretching. It's kind of like never working your body out. But the moment you introduce a tiny bit of novelty, something new, even if it's small, your brain kind of wakes up again and neuroplasticity kind of kicks back in. So we never lose the ability to learn. It just might be harder as we get older or if we're out of practice. But as you practice, and that's what makes life so enjoyable, is learning new things. So my one little kind of tip today would be just to pick one tiny new thing. Maybe try writing with your left hand if you're right-handed, or vice versa. Walk a different route to or from where you would typically do it. If you're a creator or something, try just a new feature. Sit in a different place to do some of your work, or, drive a different route. There's lots of different things you can do. Start with something little to feel that sense of uncomfortable feeling, and you'll get used to it, and you'll get more used to it, and then try a new thing. And then, I never thought I would be doing YouTube lives. I never thought I would have a podcast. I never thought I would put my face out on TikTok. All of these things were just little baby steps. And here we are. And I've just want you to remind yourself, like maybe have an affirmation that you say to yourself, like, I love learning new things, or my brain loves learning new things, because it does. Just notice how your body responds to it. And that's subconscious training. And if you want help working with your subconscious instead of fighting it, you can book a session with me. The link is in the description. While you're there, go watch my very first YouTube live. If I can practice being a beginner publicly, you can try one new thing today too. If you want to heal mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, remember, I can walk with you, but you are your own best coach. Your healing is possible, your growth is inevitable, and you never have to do any of it alone. Come heal with me.